So now you see here is a small sample of some of the parts that I've painted chrome, Alclad chrome. And in my last video I only showed one layer. I didn't want to do another layer over and over and show you that. So I said, let me just show you the final results here. And this is pretty much what you're seeing here right now. It is far more shinier than what came out with my last kit that I've done this, and that was of course my Master Grey Tallgeese. I mean, look how well it came out. I was deeply impressed. But I discovered something in the course of me painting this that I should have realized. For starters, once at the second spray, it started to come out really good. And I said, okay, I think I like it where it is. I'm going to keep it the way it is. So I decided to pull out the clear coat and apply a layer. Just one layer. But even though I waited a good maybe 4 hours, maybe 5, it started to do something weird to the chrome that I've seen, that I remembered seeing on my Master Grey Tallgeese. So I kind of like panicked a bit and I said, you know what, let me give it one thin layer pass of chrome. And the thin layer produced this more beautiful shine. And it got me thinking, if I have to do this again, where I have to apply gloss black over it, maybe I should apply the gloss black, wait until it dries, then apply the clear coat, wait until that dries so it has that shine over it, then apply the chrome, and then apply a dull, a top coat to protect it. So now that I see it firsthand, how this, when I apply the extra layer, it came out amazing. Here's another one here, of course, the head. Let me get it up close. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We have the body here. Simply amazing how that came out. And then we have the feet. Okay, so from here on in, I did a oh, hold on, before I go any further, I was going to say something, but I also did the same thing for the thrusters, and let me show you a few. So here are the thrusters, of course. Those came out nice. And I did the same thing with this, where I applied the coat and then I did another pass, and you could pretty much almost see a very beautiful reflection on it. The one thing I did not do is the inside, as you could see. And the inside is going to be reserved to, of course, the copper, which now I need to begin applying. But before I do, I need to move on and start painting the next layer of color. And that happens to be, if I can get my hands around it, there we go, Candy Indigo Enamel. I'm afraid using this, really am, but I want to try one light pass on all these parts and see how it works out, and then give it some time, and then give it a second pass. I'll show this off in the video in a few moments, but I wanted to discuss this before I begin, and then see how it works. I have a what do you call it? Kind of like a air purifier, which collects a lot of dust, and I'm going to have that ready to collect all dust that's in my room, so that way it doesn't apply. See, this is where I'm a little nervous, is like when I did my Master Grade Jesta, I'm hoping that if I do this properly, none of the dust particles will come on this. Now, oh, that's another thing. I have a nice clean lint-free rag, which I'm going to be passing along all these parts just to remove whatever dust particles in there. Then give it a spray of air with the airbrush, and then apply the blue, and hopefully this will work. Other parts that I started to paint as well, just to get it out of the way, was the other two-tone color gray parts. One was the darker gray and one was the lighter gray. The darker gray, of course, I painted it gunmetal, Alclad gunmetal, as I mentioned before. There it is. I had to do 2 layers on this. It took a long time to paint this, but may want to give it another pass later on. The one thing that, oh yeah, so I did 2 passes on these and pretty much 2 passes on everything, especially here, part of the guns. Get that right there. You know, the pistol. And of course, I did the light gray parts. And since I didn't, even though I had another Alclad paint. Matter of fact, let me. I have it here. Here it is. I mentioned it before. I have this one called polished aluminum. Polished aluminum is almost identical to chrome in some way, shape, or form. So for me to apply this on this, it's almost maybe not a good idea. Maybe a good idea. It's up to you. I did checking on Alclad 2's website, and there is a darker tone color, which I should have maybe if I would have had that, I would have painted this with that color. But instead, I used metallic gray. And I wasn't thinking of using, you know, an acrylic-based paint on this, but due to the fact of I controlled the ratio of my airbrush, it came out pretty well. It's nice and neat, especially here. Came out pretty well as well. This is the umbilical that goes around the waist. Some of the other parts, like the joints, I had to take care of. And then, of course, you see here the neck collar, which now brings me to the next stage, which later on I'm going to be applying masking tape around here and here. Masking tape all around here to cover this part, to expose this and this on both sides. The front part, masking tape to cover all this, just to expose these 2 areas in the back. The same thing with the pistols, and of course the thrusters that I showed before. Not to mention this, which I did paint a gloss black here and here, so that I can paint the copper. Check that out. This is going to be an interesting choice to put on this. But for now, I gotta take some time to mask this off. But before I do that, let's begin painting the blue. So we're going to begin painting all the chrome parts. Candy Indigo Enamel, ALC 711. The instructions read as follows, and I should have read this when I used this the last time. Shake thoroughly before use. Do not thin, of course, using thinner. Apply over Alclad bright silver candy base. Spray 1 light coat at 20 to 25 psi. Wait 5 minutes. Apply further even coats. Allow 5 minutes between each coat. Leave to cure for 2 hours before handling. So let's try this and see how this works. I should have put a little bit more. I just did a series of tests right now to see how it works. I worked on the smaller parts just to see how it fares out, and I could pretty much tell you how it is, but I might as well show it to you because I'm starting to like how it looks. As you can see, that's pass number 1. I'll do a pass number 2. Actually, let's see. It's now, I got 2 minutes in this video, so let's give it the 5 full minutes. While I'm doing that, let me do this part. Okay, that's it. I don't want to, again, oversaturate it. Let's try this one now. So again, I just don't want to overdo this, but as you can see, it's starting to take into its effect right there. Let's see, time check. I got another 3.5 minutes. So let's milk this. Alright, we got this guy here. Actually, hold on a second, I want to wipe off something first. Good. Oh, wow. Let's try this guy right now. Takes up 2 minutes. Excellent. Okay, I got another more minute of video here before I repaint the foot again. So let's do this one here. I am amazing myself here. This is ridiculously stupid. Give me another one. Give me something. I think I'll use this guy. I should have showed off the leg, but yeah, that's all right. Alright. And then finally, since it said wait 5 minutes, let's do this pass again. I think that's it. Get the bottom part under. Alright. That actually came out really nice. Okay guys, whoops. Let me put this to the side as it dry, and we'll move on to the next part of this build.